Hello gamers, I hope you're all doing great. For this video, I want to focus on the only aspect about Nintendo that I say is straight up garbage. And I'm talking about none other than their online functionality. Before I start, I don't think I should mention this, but I will in case anyone thinks I'm hating on the big N. I adore Nintendo. They are hands down and by far my favorite gaming company and software makers. Nintendo is home to countless IPs that are largely recognized by the gaming world, and I love how they continuously challenge themselves to keep their IPs fresh by offering new key components in their games that affect the core gameplay mechanics. Making a video on what I love about Nintendo would be endless, but it doesn't mean I'm a fan that I'll ignore their shortcomings. Online gameplay is atrociously pathetic, and with their paid online service coming out soon, this needs to change. Now sure, many of us experience the horrible voice chatting system using the online phone app, and I can go on and on about key online features they should have, such as voice chatting being built into the system itself, and some type of achievement system. But truth be told, they can lack in every department and I wouldn't really care, except for one thing: matchmaking. Please Nintendo, have actual matchmaking in your games. First of all, there is no lobby system in their games, so being able to host a lobby, invite friends, and then join a game together is not a thing, and that's frustrating. This means that in games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2, you sometimes find yourself having to wait for someone to leave the room before you can play with your friend, and we shouldn't have to wait like that. This is a very basic online feature and it doesn't exist on Nintendo Switch. But most importantly, and I can't believe that in 2018 we can't do this, we cannot team up with a friend that's on our friends list and play versus strangers online. At first I thought it was just a Nintendo thing, but games like FIFA 18 and 2K18 offer online matchmaking with friends on other platforms, but not on the Switch. My playtime with some Nintendo games would have been a lot higher if we could team with our friends online. In ARMS, it's impossible to team with a friend and play versus strangers. The only way you can is if your friend is playing on the same Nintendo Switch, and I don't know about you, but always having a friend over at your place is pretty much impossible. I mean, I work full time. When I arrive home from work, I sometimes want to play a couple rounds in a multiplayer match right after eating. I don't have that much time to play, let alone invite a friend over to my place. I have priorities and shouldn't go to bed too late or I'll be exhausted the next day at work. So having the option for a local friend to join you in a game is good, but it would be 10 times more useful if that friend was on your friends list playing from his or her own Switch in the comfort of their own home. I'm not saying to remove the local feature, just add the very basic ability to team with your online friends. In Splatoon 2, you can join a friend's game in, say, a turf war match, but it's not guaranteed if you'll always team with your friends. Let that sink in for a second. In a team-based online shooter, a unique shooter but a team-based shooter nonetheless, you cannot always team up with a friend that's on your friends list and play versus strangers. Minus the whole league thing, the only way you're guaranteed to team with your friends is during a Splatfest, and even there, you are forced to have a squad, which again is ridiculous. What it should allow instead is for me to host a lobby, invite up to 3 other friends, and let matchmaking do its thing. Let's say I only invite one friend. Then let matchmaking pair us with 2 strangers and have us face off against 4 strangers. How about Mario Tennis Aces? With the lack of an online doubles tournament mode, the only way you can team up with your friends is either if you are both playing on the same Nintendo Switch, or if all 4 online players are your friends. This is very annoying. It would be so awesome if, say in Smash Ultimate, you can host a lobby, invite a friend, and play versus strangers from around the world in 2 versus 2 matches. I'll be very honest though, I have my doubts that we'll be able to do that, and in this day and age, there really should not be any doubt. So there you have it. I love Nintendo, but man I hate their online infrastructure. One defense I keep hearing is how Nintendo doesn't want a squad or pros to face noobs, but that is such a counter-consumer argument and could easily be fixed with a simple ranking system. I'm gonna say something that's pretty bold, but the Wii U was a better online experience for me. It suffers from the exact same flaws as the Switch's online, but voice chat was better. It wasn't great and far from ideal always having the gamepad next to you, but it's a whole lot better than using a phone app. Or how about how you add your friends online? The Wii U used actual usernames. The Switch went back to friend codes. Nobody likes friend codes. I am crossing my fingers that this paid online service from Nintendo due in September is the answer to our cries. I do remember hearing Reggie say in an interview that it will allow for the basics such as matchmaking, but it all sounded very vague. Maybe there is still hope. Hope thanks to the negative backlash Nintendo received from the chat system requiring a phone. Hope because since their paid service requires a username, friend codes could be a thing of the past and was just there as a temporary placeholder. Hope since I do remember a patent a few years back from Nintendo regarding a share achievement system. And hope because maybe Reggie wasn't being vague and Nintendo will finally give us a solid online lobby and matchmaking experience. Thanks for watching my video as always, and take care you Nintendo fans and all around gamers. Enjoy gaming. Guard out.